Hi, I am Bruce Henderson. This is just a snapshot of what Barbados' economy looks like right now. Barbados is literally hundreds of hours away from declaring itself a republic, but what shape is it truly in? In terms of unemployment and employment, at the end of June 2021, statistics showed that there were 21,700 persons who did not have a job. That equates to about 16% in terms of unemployment rate, a rate not seen since 1997, nearly a quarter century ago. What about the situation with the economy itself? In terms of the economy itself, from 2004 until 2008, the economy experienced growth. However, it peaked in 2008, and from 2009 all the way to 2019, there was so or no growth, and in 2020, there was a massive crash. In terms of the crash, in 2020, there was a massive drop in the economy of close to 18%, the largest amount ever seen since 1974, and the only time since 1974 that there was actually a drop in the double figures. In terms of the Barbados economy itself, when compared with 180 other countries, Barbados' performance turned out to be the ninth worst in the world for 2020. For the economy as of September 2021, from 2019 to September 2020, the economy dropped by $1 billion. And then from September 2020 to down to September 2021, it dropped a further $155 million. To recover again, even if we get back to 2020 levels, the economy pretty much has to increase by about $1.6 billion to get back to 2019, and then to get back to its peak in 2020, it has to go up by a further $0.6 billion. And what's the story with our debt anyhow? In terms of the external debt, that amount has now increased from $2 billion in December of 2008 all the way up until $4.2 billion as of September 2021. In terms of our standing with the IMF, in 1982 we borrowed some $68 million, which was subsequently repaid. In 1992, we borrowed $41 million, which also was subsequently repaid. And as of September 2021, we have thus far borrowed some $804 million with a projected payment end date of 2036. In terms of IMF debt per person, Barbados carries a debt load of $1,400 per person, Argentina $950 US per person, Seychelles $846 per person, the Bahamas $653 per person, and Gabon $425 per person. For the debt to GDP for the island, as of September 2018, the amount was 140%. By September 2019, it had fallen to 114%, caused pretty much by a default on older debt and a reissue of newer debt. However, as of September 2021, that amount has now risen to 141%. Pretty much we're right back to where we started anyhow. The question is, how does this now impact us? For every $1 planned to be spent in the year 2021-2022, basically 26 cents goes to this item called Treasury, 16 cents to education, 15 cents to finance, 10 cents to health, and all the other ministries will get lesser amounts as they go down the line. But what is this item called Treasury? For Treasury, basically the actual cash budgeted was about $880 million, of which $818 million will strictly be used to repay debt. It is larger than any amount budgeted for any ministry. So, do we have a chance? Is there any hope for us? Well, there are models. For instance, there's a relatively small, aggressive nation whose decline in 2020 was only 2%, much better than Barbados' 18%. It recovered well from the 2008 crisis, and it is not in an IMF program. On September 14, 2018, there was a letter written to the IMF, and it began, in the last decade, the Barbadian economy has been caught in a cycle of low growth and increase in debt. The island is still in the same cycle, slow growth and increase in debt. Importantly of all, do not forget this. Remember this, the future will tell the truth of this past. Hi, I am Bruce Hennis. It's still not pretty out there, so take care of yourselves, okay?